Hello, everyone. I wanted to do a quick channel update. I always say it's quick, and then I always find I've got more to say than I thought I had. So it's winter here. I've got my fire going in the background. And the best thing about winter in the UK is my office is full of cats and dogs. You probably can't see them. I won't show you around because I'm in the middle of filing, so there's paperwork everywhere. But isn't it interesting, wherever you are in the world, wherever you're joining us from, I'd love to hear in the comments what's going on with you and how are you feeling. So in the Northern Hemisphere, with winter well and truly taking hold, it's really interesting to see certainly what's happening in the UK. I'm seeing a lot of masks, a lot of pushing of the pokes, particularly to older people. No education, of course, at all about how people can keep themselves healthy, happy, active, supportive in communities. So in one respect, I would say I would personally be feeling that, do you know what, how much has actually changed? But in another respect, I'm seeing in our community so much has changed. And what I'm loving is the fact that people seem to be really shifting into the solution mode, you know, still keeping abreast of what they're seeing going on in the world, but very much looking at the solutions that they can really help implement. And quite often this time of year, it's Thanksgiving week for those of you in America, you know, a very special week for you. And it makes all of us think, wherever we are in the world, sometimes these dates in the diaries, whatever their ancestry is, whatever the true story, whatever the associations are, they're a really good time to take stock and reflect. And for me, even though I'm not American, so many of my clients, my friends are, Thanksgiving still is a special time because it does make you sit there and think, what are you thankful for? You know, we talk about gratitude so much, don't we? And gratitude is something that can literally transform someone's life and cost nothing. And I think having gratitude for the times that we do spend with loved ones, or how we can help other people, if we have got food on our table. You know, there's been so much scaremongering, and I hate using the word scaremongering because so much what we call scaremongering turns out to be true. But it's equally about how can we turn all this information into something that's going to empower us, not disempower us. So for those of you in America having Thanksgiving week, I really hope this is a really special time for you and any of your loved ones, whatever species they are. And for me, I've really, over the last sort of couple of months, been really taking stock as to where I feel I can be most of service. And I absolutely love what I've created over the last few years with this YouTube channel, version number 3. That's the first 2 went. But the reason I love it so much is who I get to interact with. I've got my regulars like Bryce and Shanti, and we discuss so much on that. You know, who'd have known that we could be sitting here having these discussions in a public forum with all these amazing people around the world that are just curious like we are. But also I've connected with new people. So I have to say, Matt from Cultivate Elevate, if any of you haven't watched that video on my channel, Solutions Not Fear, please go and watch it. You know, what people like Matt are doing is so amazing. And what I love is we're seeing across the generations just so much synergy with what we're all trying to achieve. We're trying to break those barriers, break those algorithms, get the message of hope and solutions out to people. And there's so many people doing it in their own way. And I'm just absolutely loving seeing that. And I'm loving connecting with them. So many good chats I've had recently, and actually really so many that I'd love people to go and have a talk back. You know, Don Jose Ruiz, the interview that I did with him, if you scroll back on my channel, absolutely amazing advice that can help anyone regardless of what state they're in. And we were talking a lot about shamanic power animals, but so much more than that. So what I've really been doing over the last 6 months is really going back to my roots. And I am absolutely passionate about empowering people back to physical, emotional, spiritual health. And it's never a done job. You know, don't get me wrong, with myself, I have times where I'm doing really well with my processes, my habits, everything I know and everything I'm implementing. And there's other times perhaps are a bit more stressful and things go to pot. So what I've noticed for me is the last month where I've been helping look after someone in my family who's not been very well, my eating's gone to pot. And I've really noticed the effect that's had on me physically, but also emotionally. You all know I'm really lucky because I am a complete geek when it comes to supplements and technologies and healing modalities that can help us all. And I have been studying this for over 30 years, and I will never stop studying it because there's so much already out there for us. And the one thing you can guarantee is that if I talk about something, it's because I know it works. I'm curious and I'm very open, and I love the scientific approach. I love the esoteric approach. I love the energy medicine approach, the vibration approach. And then what I really do is I pull all those bits together and I really do my research. And by research, I don't just mean paper research. I mean practically using it with myself, with people, with animals, and really seeing what results hold firm. So I am on a mission to help anyone that wants to be helped on their physical, emotional, spiritual journey back to health and wellness. And I have so many ways that I can do that. So you can always book consults with me. I have a couple of different consults. I have one that's for people that are working with me with their animals, and that includes animal communication, which I absolutely love. I have others which are called a 15-minute discovery call, and those are absolutely amazing because if you've got a good idea where you want to start and you just want some help getting started, perhaps with one of the products that I talk about or the nutrition course I'm going to tell you about, then that's for you. And then I also do an in-depth root cause holistic health consult where we really dive deep and work out what is exactly best with you, because everyone has different starting points. Some people, time is a limiting factor. Some people, money is. We've all got different home environments. So what we do is we work out what will be best for you, because there's so much out there. There really is something for everyone. So if you want free approaches where you don't want to spend any money, but you've got the time to put into work on yourself, that's absolutely great. If you're more time scarce and you've got some money, then we can get you started on the best supplements, which are really going to work with you energetically, vibrationally. So this really is something for everyone. And the thing is, I've been doing this long enough to know it really works. But the other thing I wanted to tell you all about, and you on my YouTube channel are the first to hear about this, I haven't announced it anywhere else yet, is my new Happy Gut, Happy You course. Now, why have I done this? It's much more than that. It's an 8-week online course, but you get full support from me. But when I say 8 weeks, you have lifelong access to that. The program is 8 weeks. It's got 8 weeks of recipes, 8 weeks of shopping lists. It's got so much educational information in there. I'm going to be dipping in and out and giving extra support. There's so many extra resources. Honestly, you cannot go through that program and not completely transform your health. It's impossible. But for Black Friday anyway, I wanted to give some extra back. So for the first 20 people that sign up using the coupon code below, you are going to get some amazing extras. Just for a few days only, you're going to get 50% off the course. Now, this course is already ridiculous value. It is now only a few pounds a day. I mean, you will not get this information from anywhere else, I promise you. Not this level of detail and this level of support. You're also going to get a free half-hour coaching call with me before you start, so we can really nail down what are your priorities, what's unique about you, and how can we tweak things to make it work for you. And you're also going to get access to a once-a-week group call for the first 20 people that sign up only. And you will have the choice whether you want to start this before the Christmas break or afterwards, because obviously a lot of us are looking at what we want to achieve next year. And it's not something you have to, you can have breaks. You could start it and then have a couple of weeks off for Christmas and then restart it. Seriously, it's just so educational. So I am going to put the code, I will pin it in the console, in the comments box below, and I'll pin it in the comments below. You all should know how to get hold of me. But for the first 20 people, you're going to get 50% off the course. you're going to get this extra weekly Zoom call with me. Seriously, we cover so much advice from this, and you will get a free half-hour coaching call with me. I don't think I can be fair with that. Why am I doing it? Trust me, I'm already really busy. I'm doing it because I see how transformational the results are. And in a world where so many people that sort of pull our strings, whether it's our purse strings, our health strings, our education strings, I won't say the controllers, I won't say the elites, because I don't think there's anything elite about them. But when there's so many people trying to make us weak physically, weak emotionally, weak spiritually, this community, we're gathering together and we're providing solutions. And this is so, so important, because when we feel strong physically, emotionally, spiritually, we are untouchable. And what we can achieve as a community is just fantastic. So if that resonates with you, the description box below every video, there's a little down arrow depending what device you're watching it on, and that will bring up the full description box. I'll put the links at the top to the discount code for the gut health course, and you will get those added extras, but just for the first 20 people. Then there's also an amazing Asea sale on to the 3rd of December. Now, people talk about products all the time, but this isn't a product as such. This is so unique. Why is it so unique? Everyone who knows me knows I love herbs, I love essential oils, I love natural remedies. All of these things can transform our health. But the Asea, the Redox molecules are the only thing that is intrinsically within every cell of our body anyway. No living cell, whether it's plant or animal, and obviously we're humans, well, some of us are, no living thing can live for more than 3 seconds without active redox molecules in their body, these reductants and oxygens. This is the only company in the world that has managed to stabilize what's inside our cells so that we can supplement ourselves with it. Why is that so important? Because anyone who watches this, we know about what they're spraying from the sky. We know about what they're putting on and in our food. Well, we don't even know the half of it. That's the scary stuff. We know about the water. We know about the EMF and the pollution that we're all surrounded by. Oh, this photonic shield is a game changer. You know, but we don't want to be in a fear state about this. There's solutions we can do for all of this. And my passion is sharing them with you and sharing what works. And together we can just bypass all this rubbish and get ourselves back to how we should be, living really vibrant lives, to do them whatever your calling is. And it's going to be different for all of us. So if you've been on the fence about giving the Asea a go, now is the perfect time to reach out. My contact details, and Hillis, who works with me, Hillis is amazing, and he deals with all my customers mainly in America and Canada. That does not mean you're not part of my team. He just can onboard you quicker than I can, because obviously my appointments get filled up really quickly. Anyone who's part of my team, my Asea team, you get one-on-one access. I make sure, and we've got a team of doctors that we work with. Many you've seen on my channel, and if not, check out my Asea Redox playlist, because our job is to make sure that you get the best possible results at the best possible price. So if you're on the fence, this is the week to do it. Look, there's a money back guarantee. You have nothing to lose, but being transparent and realistic, if you're going to give this a go, you want to give it 3 months. Why? Because this isn't putting a sticky plaster over anything. It's basically addressing the root cause of our imbalances, putting that life force back into us at a cellular level, and then getting that cell-to-cell communication. Because as Zach Bush so beautifully says, if that communication pathway is working properly, then everything else sorted out. And how apt is that for any area of our life? So my focus, I have got some amazing interviews coming up. If those of you haven't looked and seen my Peter Tobias interview, the top 3 things your dogs want you to know, please go and look at that, because this isn't just about dogs. It applies to us, it applies to horses, it applies to cats. But he is amazing, and Peter is so on my wavelength because he really understands the root cause of these issues and how to basically turn those around. I've had some amazing chats with Bryce recently. I've got Tamara on the show. It's meant to be tomorrow. We've rescheduled about 5 times between us of not being able to make things. That is going to be a punchy one. I have got a beautiful new guest coming on tonight, Andrew Genovese. You're going to love Andrew. He's a breathwork practitioner, but we connected at the Asea convention, and we're completely different teams. None of us benefit from each other, but we've got such a connection because we're really passionate about what we do, and you are going to love him. So he's going to be a new guest for some of you. Who else? Matt from Cultivate Elevate was absolutely amazing. I've got some other 2 of my friends who we've been having matrix parties. I know the best group of therapists, and moving forward into next year, I'm going to be bringing these people out of their shells, because those of you that are waiting for med beds and things, it's all here now. There's so much you can do, and I'm going to be showcasing some of these amazing healing technologies. Water quality, the feedback I've had from people using the Zest water filters, is all on my website. Go to catherineedwards.live products or look in the links below. I have not had one person that's not been blown away with their Zest filter. I'm so happy because, look, we're beating it. We're beating the system. We're beating the system by not letting them getting away with poisoning us, polluting us, getting us weak. I have got some other guests coming on. Oh, Tara Nash interview. Tara Nash is the most beautiful, beautiful lady. I connected with her a few years ago when I was working with her dog. And this is what I love about the synchronicities of the way the universe brings us all together. And Tara is an expert in grief and releasing it from your body and working through it. She's been through so much herself, and she's poured that knowledge into helping others. So that interview will be publishing later tonight, I think. Honestly, all of us go through grief, whether it's loss of a pet, whether it's loss of a loved one, whether it's loss of the way of life that we thought we have and we haven't got it. So this is just a wonderful interview. She really is amazing, and I feel so blessed to be able to have, not only for me, have these conversations, because I don't think I've processed the grief of my father dying properly. Well, I know I haven't yet, because I've had a lot of animals and my father pass in quite quick succession. So all of these people I'm getting on, they're of course as much for my benefit as everyone else's. So that's just a little taster of what to come. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you all. If anyone gets called, please just press that like button and share, or make a comment. I know a lot of you are very private people, because I get so many messages telling me which interviews they've loved for people that they don't want to comment on YouTube. And I do get that. But the trouble is, the way the algorithms work, if you don't press the like button, if you don't share, if you don't comment, then it gets hidden basically in the algorithm. So I'd really appreciate it. We can all help each other out. The more they get shared, the more guests I can get on the channel, and I want to do that for you. Putting out a final call of action. Please do sign up to my newsletter. You all know there's a lot of things that I talk about that cannot go out on the public forum. So the newsletter is a wonderful way to do that. And I promise I do not spam you. You will have to sort of mark it as a safe email the first time it comes through. I've got one that will be going out tomorrow, but that's where I can share offers, latest news, and information that I cannot share here. And there's the links to my 2 Telegram channels below. So for those of us that want to really, we want to get our warrior status back. We want to be strong physically, emotionally, spiritually. Come join me. There's ways you can do it. Come join this amazing. Gut health is everything. When you get your gut health right, your immune health right, your mental health right, everything gets right. If you've been on the fence about the redox molecules, now's the time to start it. Look, there's a money back guarantee. You'll get full support. I promise you, you'll get results, but you've got nothing to lose. if you've got issues with the animals, you know where I am. You know that's where my heart is first and foremost. But whatever it is, just, you know, we've been going through this and talking about things for a long time. There's a lot going on in the AI world. Look at the Sam Altman stuff. There's still so much going on in the Middle East and obviously Israel and Palestine. There's so much going on everywhere that we're not even aware of. Look at what's just happened in Argentina. There's a lot for us to be aware of. Let's really now say enough and enough and be the strongest. We're going to be the new super soldiers for the side of good. So come join me, come join my team in whatever way resonates with you. And please, please do reach out with me if you've got gifts that you want to share, because my passion is getting those shared for you. Thank you so much for watching. Let's all have the most amazing Thanksgiving week. Let's really be grateful for what we've got. And part of what I'm really, really grateful is each and every one of you who's stuck with me through this journey. I know I do not expect everyone to always agree with me. That would be ridiculous and it would be unhealthy. And I'm really grateful for those of you that are open-minded enough to stick with it, take the bits that resonate, leave the bits that don't without being nasty, understand that together we are a community and we're stronger. Thank you so much. And I'm going to say, really, for the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate and love you all. And that is not something that I say lightly. Us Brits, we don't express our emotions always. I know that's a generalization, but I can't tell you how grateful I am, because now I am on a mission and we are going to be the strongest tribe. We're going to be unstoppable. Lots of love. Thank you. And send me any guest suggestions as well. Thank you. Bye. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. And if you feel inspired, please do share with your friends and family. My goal is to inspire as many people as I can to live their best lives, to stay curious and to raise their consciousness and that of the collective. So to do this, I need to reach as many people as possible, and this needs your help. If you feel drawn, would you be willing to share your favourite episode with 5 different people? This helps us spread the word and also helps me encourage some exciting new guests to take part in this podcast. If you feel drawn to do that, I will be very, very grateful. All the links and discount codes where applicable for all the products that I support are on my 2 websites, catherineedwards.life and catherineedwardsacademy.com. All of the products are personally tried and tested by me, my family, and my clients. And finally, please do press the follow or subscribe button, depending which platform you're listening on. And above all, stay curious and stay free.